All right, everybody. So I just wanted to go over the research assignment for those of you who had trouble with it yesterday. So what you're going to do, what your task is for the careers and technology portion um, of our section is the first thing you're going to do is you're going to write a discussion post in the careers and technology discussion post. Okay. So where that discussion post is going to be found is if you go to discussions and you scroll all the way to the bottom, and then there's careers in technology. Okay, so there's careers in technology right here. And what it's asking of you is you're going to choose three videos to watch in the careers folder. In this discussion board, you're going to write down the three titles of each of those careers, and you're going to write three interesting facts about each of them. Okay, and so how to do that is you're just going to start a new thread, and then you're going to title it careers in technology. It doesn't matter what you title it. And then what you're going to do is you're going to write architecture. Let's say I watched the architecture video. Architecture. And then you're going to list three interesting facts about that. And then let's say I see engineering. Civil engineering, and then I'm going to write 1, 2, 3 interesting facts about that. Okay, and so where these videos are found is as follows. Okay, so you're going to go to content, and then you're going to go to careers in technology. Okay, and so right when you click into careers and technology to the right, you're going to see all these videos that I posted. It's through St. Clair College, and they're describing various careers in technology or programs in technology at their school. So I've listed quite a few. I've listed skilled trades, architecture, interior design, and the list goes on. Okay, so you're going to choose 3 of these videos that you might find interesting. Okay, and then that's what you're going to write your discussion post about. So 3 videos and 3 interesting facts about each of those. Okay, so that is your first task in our career in technology unit. Your second task, if we go back to the home page here, your second task is to conduct a research assignment, and that is found by clicking the research assignment. So I'm just going to go and change my view to student view to see what you see, okay? And so what I'm going to do as a student is you're going to go to the research assignment. You're just going to click on that. You could click on it through here, or you can click on it through assignments. Okay, so I'm just going to click on it through here because it's easier to find. Okay, so careers and research assignment. Okay, so you're required to complete a career research assignment in an area of construction technology industry. You have a choice in the career to be chosen as long as it deals with the field in technology. Okay, you are encouraged to exercise creativity in the delivery of the project, and the want ad must be a current publication. Okay, so let's just view the assignment itself. So that's listed right here under attachments. Okay, and I'll explain it a little better to you. So what you're going to do is you're going to just click on that and then have it download. Mine is just currently downloading. Okay. And then I'm gonna open. Okay, so this is the careers assignment. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to go online, maybe on Google, whatever search engine you want to use, and you're going to find a want ad. So what a want ad is careers that are available. People, like companies, are looking for employees to go work for them. So what you're going to do is you can Google anything. Okay, so let's just go and Google. I'm just going to use the Google. I'm going to write engineering jobs in Windsor, Ontario. Okay, so as long as it stays local within Ontario, it doesn't matter if it's Windsor or Toronto. Okay, it's somewhat local to us. Okay, Toronto's fine as well. So if you Google that, engineering jobs in Ontario, or even jobs in Ontario, and then you can filter through jobs that are technology related. Okay, so I'm just going to look for this. I'm going to look for Indeed.com. This is a pretty popular website for us Ontario people. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on that. Okay, and then you're going to look for, see, all of these are in the tech related field: a mold designer, CAD surfacer, engineering document controller. So you're going to find a job that's available, okay? And I'm just going to click on the structural designer, okay? And I'm gonna go back to this this ad just to kind of reference what the assignment means or entails. Okay, so then what you're gonna do is go back to the assignment. Okay, you're gonna find a want ad on the internet, and the ad is to be cut a part of your presentation. Explain specifically where you found the ad, including a date and source and location. Okay, so what you're going to do is once you find this ad, you can either take a screenshot of it using our snipping tool if you have it at your computer. If not, I'm just fine with you just clicking up the top here in the search engine and just copy and pasting this website into your PowerPoint presentation. Okay, so essentially you're going to be submitting a PowerPoint presentation with all the criteria that I'm asking of you in the research assignment. So let's just start this off and I'll explain, it will step by step as to what you're going to do. Okay, so let's just say this is the first slide, okay? And then you're going to write career research assignment. And then you're going to write your name, Miss Q. Okay, I'm going to add a new slide. So the first thing it's asking on here, right here, is you are to find a current want ad on the internet. The ad is to be cut part of your presentation. Explain specifically where you found the ad, including a date and source. So I'm going to go back to that website and I'm just going to simply copy and paste it. Okay, so I'm going to click on the link. I'm going to go Control Copy. I'm going to copy it, come back to this website, or sorry, your PowerPoint presentation, and then I'm just going to paste it in there. And then I'm going to write found Monday, December 14th, 2020. Okay, and then I'm going to write the title of that job, which we saw was structural engineer. Okay, so that's your first slide. We'll go back to that. Okay, so then the second part is going to ask you, explain in detail what you think the job would include. Be very specific in your explanation with reference to what you would do on a daily basis. You should include information regarding hours worked, working conditions, work location, and start times, etc. Okay, so at this point, if you go back to that ad, okay, it should have a lot of that in there. Okay, if not, you may have to do a research on what a structural designer does, what a structural designer makes. Okay, in this case, I'm lucky to have found that it does show me what the starting wage is, so $33 to $38 an hour. Okay, it tells us exactly what the company is. It tells us what they're looking for, a structural designer, 3 to 5 years experience. All that information is laid out on this want ad in particular. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to answer these questions that I asked. Explain in detail what you think the job would include. Okay, and that should be within your job, a want ad. If it is not, you are just going to research what a structural designer job entails or what a structural designer does, and you're going to add that to your PowerPoint presentation. You're going to add that to your next slide. Okay, and that's what you'll write. You'll write job description. You'll write the hours worked, you'll write whatever it's asking you there. I'm not gonna show it all because I have a nice it's all laid out on the assignment. You're gonna write wage, or that's what you make, right? You're gonna write that for the next slide. Okay, so that's part 2. And that's worth 10 points. The third step you're going to do on the next slide, you're going to list 4 specific courses which should be taken at high school that would be beneficial for this type of career. Explain in 1 to 2 sentences why taking each of these courses would be beneficial. Be clear and concise in your explanation. Okay, so now I'm going to go back and I'm going to open another slide, and then I'm going to write high school course requirements. Okay, and you're going to list those 4 high school course requirements. 4. So for a structural engineer, I know that you're going to need math. I know that you're going to need science. I know particularly you're going to need physics. And then I know Man, Miss cannot write today. I know that tech design would be an awesome course as well. Okay. You may not know this. I know this because I went through the experience, right? But this is why I call it a research assignment, is because you may have to do some conductive research work, investigative work, to see which high school requirements are possibly needed. And that is all found on the internet, okay? And then after you list those four, you're going to write why you think each of them are related to that job. So structural engineering. So math, you're going to need to you need to calculate various load requirements for structural buildings. Okay, again, you might have to research as to why math would be important for a structural engineer, hence why it's called a research assignment again. Okay, so that's what you're going to do for step number 3. Step number 4 is you're going to write what type of post-secondary education would be beneficial for preparing yourself for this type of career. Be very clear in your explanation. Okay, so for this one in particular, you're going to tell me, do you need to go to college? Do you need to go to university? Do you need to be an apprentice? What type of after high school education do you need in order to become, in this case, a structural engineer? Okay, and then you're going to use specific program names, and you're going to write the amount of necessary time needed to complete the program. Okay, so since I already went through the program, I kind of know this. All right, so you're going to write on here, you're going to write post-secondary education. Okay, you may need to research on this. You might research what type of schooling is needed for a structural engineer. Okay, so I'll write structural engineer. And I know that you need a 4-year university degree to be in civil engineering. I know that because structural engineering is a subsidy of a structural or civil engineer. And then you would also possibly need a professional license to become a professional engineer. Okay, again, can't spell. So that is what you're going to do for that part. You're going to tell me what kind of education after high school you'll need. Use specific program names. So I know particularly this is a degree in civil engineering. Again, you might have to do some conductive work based on that. Okay. Number 5, it asks, what would the pay range for this type of career be? Starting wage, final wage, is this above or below for this type of job? Okay, so in this case, if we look at that ad again, it shows us what the wage is, $33 to $38 an hour. Okay, so you'll write that starting wage. That's on the next slide, salary. So you'd write starting wage is $33 per hour. Max wage is $38 an hour. Okay, and then it asks you, the question asks you, is this above or below average for this type of job? So what you're going to go do is you're going to do a little bit more research in finding other structural engineering jobs within our area and see what they offer for their wage. And you're going to compare the ad that you found versus the other ads on the internet. Okay, so that's what that's asking you. All right, so that's that one. And then number 3 is list 3 positives and 3 negatives about the job. Okay, so again, you can look in the want ad. Okay, so you're going to write pros and cons. So you're going to write positive. It doesn't have to be exactly like this. I'm just showing you, just kind of explaining it to you. And then I'm going to write negative. Okay, so positives might be you make a lot of money. You can design something and see it built. And then 3, you'll add something else. And a negative could possibly be long hours worked.